Live from KSAT12, the news at noon starts right now.
It sounded like a war zone, and that's how one neighbor described a gun battle at a local apartment complex overnight. One man took on SAPD and its SWAT team, but lost the battle.
SWAT officers eventually shot that suspect, sending him to a hospital. Katrina Weber tells us that many other people had to scramble just to get out of that danger zone.
A SWAT team arrives in a neighborhood off West Military, suited up for battle. This was after San Antonio police officers say they came under attack while answering a call around 2 this morning about someone shooting on nearby Timber Creek Drive.
Officers arrived, their vehicle was struck by gunfire from this individual.
Chief William McManus says a 43-year-old man holed up at the Timber Creek apartments seemed to be taking aim at everyone and everything.
I don't know what the issue was, but he was shooting round after round after round into the walls.
Even after SWAT arrived, McManus says the shooting continued, with those officers firing back and grazing the man on his head. He was taken to a hospital. Hours after the violence had ended, bullet holes from the suspect firing through his own fence seemed to go on forever. The sounds of the gunfire were also still fresh on some people's minds.
Just hearing gunshots nonstop, and then it would stop, and then I hear him yelling, and then he would shoot again.
When he heard the commotion next door, Joel Garcia hit the floor of his apartment, apparently right in time.
One bullet went through the wall. It went through the wall, so there's a bullet hole.
Everywhere you look are signs that this was wild gunfire. There are holes in this fence from where the bullets hit, and some even hit that house across the street. Police say luckily no one else was hurt. They say the man accused of causing the trouble will undergo a mental evaluation. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
San Antonio firefighters say high winds overnight helped to fan this house fire. It happened just after 11 o'clock last night in the 8200 block of Greenbrier on the north side. That's near North New Braunfels.
Yeah, fire officials say that high winds knocked down part of a tree. That pulled down a power line, and that sparked a fire in the attic. Firefighters were able to quickly stop the flames from spreading, and the good news is no one was hurt.
And looking outside right now, it's still pretty breezy out there, but a lot of people are having to pick up limbs and down trees.
Trash cans.
Trash cans.
Down the street.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. And we got some pictures on KSAT Connect, some fences, some trees, that sort of thing. The winds were strong enough for that. We saw a peak gust yesterday of 49 miles per hour. That's strong. The winds are trying to subside now. We're still getting some gusts up over 30 miles per hour. 33 right now is the gust. It's San Antonio International, and there's several places where we're still seeing those gusts up close to 30. These winds will continue to come down into the afternoon, and we'll see less and less of it. And by this evening, you'll see these winds almost go calm. There's a look at the wind forecast, and so by 5 o'clock, just seeing some gusts maybe around 15 miles per hour. And then it's tonight where those winds lie down, and then we'll have the potential to see some pretty cold temperatures by tomorrow morning. Our forecast for today, 57 at 3 o'clock. We top out at 58. Once the sun goes down, temperatures drop off quickly. 44 at 10 o'clock, 42 at 11 p.m., and 40 by midnight. And as we look at some of the weather headlines, a light freeze possible tomorrow morning. Temperatures may briefly touch 32 degrees here in San Antonio. We've got two more fronts on the way, one on Friday, one on Monday, and that one on Monday means business. We're going to talk about the potential for some really cold air working its way in San Antonio, potential hard freeze by Tuesday morning. We're going to have the details on that for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Justin. The family of a man who was killed along with his girlfriend and unborn child weeks ago saying their last goodbyes. Today will be the final service for 22-year-old Matthew Guerra. Family celebrating his life yesterday for his funeral. He and his girlfriend, 18-year-old Savannah Soto, were shot and killed just days before she was to give birth to their child during what appears to be a drug-related argument. Last week, a father and son were charged for these deaths. Savannah Soto's family tells us that her funeral will be this Friday. 15 empty SAISD school buildings, the result of the district's shutdown of 15 schools. But now they need a plan. The widely criticized right-sizing plan is being implemented, shutting down schools and relocating students. Right now, SAISD has no concrete plan of what lies ahead for all the empty schools. It's putting together a repurposing panel to come up with the next step and a complete list of those schools that'll be closing All you have to do is search on SAISD. You'll find it on our website, KSAT12.
The American Red Cross has declared an emergency because of a critical shortage of blood. The nonprofit says the number of people donating blood is at its lowest level in 20 years. There has been about 40% drop in the number of people willing to roll up their sleeves. The Red Cross says the blood shortage is bad enough that it could delay medical procedures and put people's lives at risk. There's concern the situation may only get worse in the coming weeks because of winter weather and outbreak of respiratory viruses. Red Cross is calling on the public and medical professionals to pitch in to help the country's blood supply bounce back. And just so happens that January is National Blood Donor Month. What better way to bring in the new year than to save some lives with the help of KSAT community and the University Health? Just one donation could help up to 3 patients in need. If you want to donate for the first time or if you're a pro, just visit donatebloodtoday.com to schedule your donation.
It's one of San Antonio's oldest and most popular parks. Brackenridge, home to a golf course, trails, a zoo, and more.
And now city leaders are asking the community how they can make it even better. Last night was their first of several Breckenridge Park reconciliation plan meetings. The goal of these sessions is to get feedback from the public about what kind of changes they'd like to see.
We want to know what are the enhancements that we can make to the park so that folks want to come out to it every weekend with their families and with their friends to enjoy the spaces.
There are no deadlines for these plans just yet. Feedback gathered over the coming weeks will be consolidated and then presented at a larger meeting later on this month.
The Cowboys in great shape for the wild card round of the playoffs. Just need to take advantage of it. The players will tell us how it is an advantage to play at home this weekend.
A new endeavor from Morgan's Wonderland. It's going to focus on making self-care more inclusive. We'll show you. It's a big moment. New this noon, an inclusive theme park now venturing into the beauty world. Today, Morgan's unveiling a new salon.
The park says it was designed with those with special needs in mind and built so everyone can have access to hair, nail, and other salon services. We spoke to one parent who was glad his son was finally able to get his first complete haircut.
Myself, I was relieved that he didn't have a tantrum, that he had a good experience. But yeah, I mean, I think the mom was generally proud of the way he looked.
That's awesome. The new salon is located at Morgan's Multi-Assistance Center near the intersection of Wurzbach Parkway and Thousand Oaks.
Great idea.
Yeah.
During these colder days, it is a great time to bring the joys of gardening indoors.
Tiffany Huertas takes us to Gardopia Gardens on the city's east side to show us how they are making sure the community has fresh produce and they're growing microgreens inside.
Stephen Lucky and his team at Gardopia Gardens are growing microgreens inside this shipping container.
So we have some broccoli and we also have some radish right here.
It's called the Microgreen Eatery and Mushroom Education Laboratory.
During COVID, we had to pivot in regards to getting food to people faster.
Lucky is the CEO and founder of the nonprofit and explains some of the technology used here.
Blue Lab controller. This is measuring pH and nutrient concentration. Then we have a Wi-Fi pump, so this is turning on when we designate it.
Here, microgreens can grow year-round.
How long does it take for all of these microgreens to grow?
So essentially between 7 to 14 days. There are crops that could take as long as 21 to 30 days, but what we grow like radish and arugula and broccoli, we're getting harvests every 1 to 2 weeks.
What type of nutrients do these microgreens have?
So they have less of your macros, right? Your carbs, your proteins, and your fats, and more of your micros. So your vitamins A, D, E, B, C, K.
Lucky says anyone can grow microgreens at home.
As long as you have maybe one of those stainless steel shelves with like 4 levels, you can grow microgreens with a little bit of a LED light and a watering system. And simply that's what we've done here.
The team at Gardopia Gardens is getting ready for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. It's their second year participating.
So we'll have an urban agriculture exhibit where people can learn more as well.
The team hopes to not only continue growing produce, but healthy communities through garden-based learning. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
I think I want one of those for my kitchen.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm growing basil. Why not microgreens?
Might as well grow some radishes and some, what was it, arugula?
Arugula? You just like to say that name.
Arugula.
Real pretty day out there. We were talking yesterday that apparently these live cams have improved. Their technology's improved so they don't shake around as much when it's windy out.
That's a good point. Looks pretty steady right now. Even though we still got some gusty winds out there. It was windy yesterday and last night. Those winds are trying to come down some now. The aquifer is down 0.3 of a foot, 639.7. And I know this is what everyone's talking about. Mount Cedar, amazingly, it went down a little bit today, but it's still in the very high category, 12,480. So many groans in the newsroom. Molds are low at 250. We're going to take a look at the extended forecast, which includes 2 more cold fronts, one of which is pretty strong. That forecast is coming up.
Knew it was really windy yesterday and last evening when there's white caps on the water trough.
That'll do it.
All of the fencing around the arena out at the horse farm, all down.
Ooh.
And as well as a number of trees, but we knew that was coming, especially since so many trees were stressed over the drought.
It's a good point. Yeah, some of those trees are stressed, and so the limbs can come down. And in some cases, it can be dangerous. So thankfully, we haven't heard of any injuries or anything like that. There is been some minor damage, though, in spots, and it includes things like this. Let me show you a picture on our KSAT Connect. That is a pool that got flipped over. That was near 410 in Rigsby. Just gives you an idea of how strong those winds were. Again, we saw gusts here in San Antonio of 49 miles per hour. They were no joke. Here's a look at the forecast wind gusts as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon. And I do suspect that these winds will start to subside by the time we get into the afternoon. So winds more on the order of 10 to 15 miles per hour, say, by 5 o'clock. And then tonight, those winds really start to calm. And so we'll be done with those gusty winds for now. They come back on Friday. We get another front that brings more gusty winds with it. Outside, it looks nice out there. 53 current temperature. New Braunfels at 55. We were carrying a wind chill earlier this morning. And still looking at a bit of a wind chill in Bernie in Kerrville. Forecast for today, by 4 o'clock, we're at 58. That's our high temperature. And then we slip into the 50s, mid 50s to low 50s by 6 and 7 o'clock. So once the sun goes down, it is going to be cold, 40s by 10 p.m. and eventually down into the low 30s by tomorrow morning. We think there could be a light freeze here in San Antonio. It would be brief, but it is notable. 33 Converse, 31 Bulverde, and then you'll get some 20s in the Hill Country. 28 Comfort, 27 in Kerrville. Doesn't seem that bad, but just wait. We're going to get some even colder weather coming up next week. I'll show you that in just a second. First, though, let's look at what we have going on at the moment. This big area of low pressure, which brought us the gusty winds, shifting east now. It's taking a lot of the weather with it. There are tornado watch boxes across parts of Florida. This is a place where we already saw some tornadoes this morning. Active weather expected there. Lots of flight delays, I would imagine. Then you've got snow on the north side of this thing. Chicago, Milwaukee, over Toronto, and back up into the northeast. That will also cause some travel delays. This is a big storm system covering a lot of real estate, but it is moving away from Texas. And now we turn our attention to Canada. Why? Well, this is where there's a lot of cold air starting to build. Negative 36 in Yellowknife, negative 31 in Coppermine. It lets us know that there is the potential that this cold air could spill south across the plains, and we think that it will. A couple chunks here. One comes down as we head into Friday. That's our first front. Not a big chunk, though. It will feel a little bit of it, and it will get colder for sure. But it's the second chunk that comes down as we get into Sunday into Monday. And this is the one that means business. It is going to bring some pretty cold air here to South Texas. So here's what we're watching as that Arctic air spills south. Temperatures are going to plummet on Monday. We think highs may only be in the 30s. Hard freeze Tuesday morning. So you want to start taking some preps now. I would say especially by the weekend. The 4 Ps, if you remember those. Pets, plants, pipes, people. We want to think about that as we head into early next week. There is a small window for some light precipitation But I think that it's going to be not a huge problem. At least that's the way it looks at the moment. We'll keep you posted there. The other thing we need to watch, cold and windy for the MLK March on Monday. Not great timing, but if you do plan to head out there, know that you're going to want to dress warm. So here it is in the 7-day forecast. 68 Wednesday, 74 Thursday. Our first front knocks us down into the 50s on Friday, 31 Saturday morning, so possible freeze there. But the weekend in general looks pretty good. And then on Monday, there's that bigger front. Right now we're forecasting 36 and windy on Monday. And we'll have more updates as we get a little bit closer. But we do know next week, especially Tuesday morning, is going to be very cold, guys.
Oh, yeah. All right. Ready for some chili.
Hey, several coaches are ready to find a new job. They got fired over the last couple of days. We'll tell you who. And the Spurs are so close to getting a little winning run together, but they are confident it's going to happen.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
The dust has sort of settled after what the NFL circles is known as Black Monday. It is the end of the regular season, but worse than that, the end of jobs for some heads and assistant coaches. The Raiders, Panthers, Chargers did all their firing during the regular season, but the Atlanta Falcons head coach got fired yesterday, Arthur Smith, after 3 straight 7-10 seasons. And the Washington Commanders wasted no time firing their head coach, Ron Rivera, after they lost to the Cowboys. The Titans just fired Mike Vrabel. Several assistants around the league have been fired as well. Hopefully the third time is the charm for the Cowboys. The third in a row, they are in the playoffs with a 12-win regular season. Once again, they hope to reach the NFC Championship and win the Super Bowl for the first time since 1995. That dream of a Super Bowl starts Sunday in Dallas when the Cowboys host the Green Bay Packers in the wild card round. Dallas needs to take advantage of playing at home.
I just feel like it gives us an edge, playing in front of our home crowd and just being able to, show out in front of our home team. So definitely an amazing feeling.
The atmosphere that the Cowboys fans have created AT&T, the way that we've come out these last 2 years. But I can tell you this, we can't lean on that. We've got to lean on our preparation. We've got to commit to studying these guys, to being on our best, knowing our execution, know what's expected of us.
Obviously being at home, it's an advantage. You don't got to do it to traveling. You got all your treatment. And obviously we get to play in front of the best fans in the world, Cowboys Nation. So, that always turns a page. It's always super loud in there. They got to go on certain counts and things like that. So you get better get-offs, get better gist of the game.
All right, Cowboys and Packers kick off Sunday, 3:30 in the afternoon from AT&T Stadium. Hey, the Houston Texans just wanted to be better this year. Oh, they got better back in the playoffs for the first time since 2019. They did it with a rookie coach and rookie quarterback, D'Amico Ryans, quarterback C.J. Stroud, their 5th first-year head coach and rookie quarterback duo to reach the playoffs in NFL history. Stroud, the favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, finished the regular season with 4,100 yards passing. That's the 3rd highest all-time for a rookie. And remember, he missed a couple of games this season. So here's your matchup, Cleveland and Houston. Cleveland got a pretty tough defense, so this is going to be interesting. And they are playing in NRG Stadium. Kickoff is at 3:30 on Saturday. And the Spurs still trying to get a win and maybe even a run of wins going. They are getting much closer for the second game in a row. They had a chance at the end of the time against the Cleveland Cavaliers, but the Spurs pieced together an 11-0 run in the final 2 minutes of that game, but turned the ball over on a very critical possession. That could have tied it, falling 117-115. After the game, Victor Wembanyama sounded confident when he's no longer limited to 24 minutes because of his ankle. The Spurs will be able to come out on the winning end of those really close games.
Of course, but my hunger is bigger than ever, to win and to compete. But now I've learned to get over that frustration of minutes restriction. It's how it is. My body needs time to adapt to the load and to this long season. Once it's ready, it's go time. But it's no need to be frustrated. I just I keep my long-term goals in mind.
That's the problem a lot of rookies have, is getting used to that long, drawn-out NBA season. So Wembanyama's entire body actually gets examined every couple of weeks. So that's what he's waiting for, hopefully to see his minutes restriction lifted. He can play more than 24. Might have won a couple of those games. We're hoping thinking they could have won a couple of those games if
He's
he could have
fun
played
to
a little
watch,
longer.
whether they win or lose.
He's got some skills, that's for sure.
We just want him to win.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right. Even though your deadline is still months away, you can start submitting your tax forms a lot sooner when the early birds can catch the worm and get a head start.
And the remarkable rescue of a man trapped in a crashed car for days, caught on body cam. Still ahead, the new footage and details on the survivor's condition.